It is another issue of Adam Watson and the Affinity Guard, and it is the first issue of the series, and it doesn't even have the Affinity Guard in it at all. This is a real odd duck of an issue. It's more like an epilogue to Affinity Gauntlets, and it's full of really important plot points about the ending of that crossover. Spoilers for the storyline everyone already knows about, but right at the end of Affinity Gauntlets, Adam Watson, he took control of the Affinity Gauntlet, which is like a magic glove. And we ended without actually seeing what happened next or what happened to him. And for this first issue of a new team book, instead we're resolving plot lines from that story. I really didn't understand it. This is a really bad choice for a #1 issue for a team book. But it is by Jim Starlin, and it is big, and it is cosmic. We've got Adam Watson here. He's like being judged by the big conceptual characters. And I really love when these sorts of characters come together. But I didn't think I really like how Jim Starlin writes them here. Because he has got Eternity, who's like the living embodiment of all of space and all of time. Well, he has got Eternity acting like a petty jilted lover in this. On this page here, we have got a good little roll call of all these cosmic people. We have got Mr. Chaos, we have got Mrs. Love, we have got one of the Celestials who never die out, we have got Santa Claus, we have got Master Hater, we have got iPod from Kazar, who is drawn as Ion instead. We have got a big baby in a nappy. We have got Galactus Man. And we have got Mr. Order. And it's like we're having a trial. And the tribunal, he is like the judge. And Eternity, he is like the prosecutor. And instead of O.J. Simpson murdering people, they are going to address Adam Watson and his claim to godhood. Eternity doesn't think that Adam Watson is fit to have the Affinity Gauntlet. And then almost to prove all of Eternity's points, Adam Watson has a little strop and starts using his cosmic god glove to humble all these really powerful characters. And I didn't like this. This is far too flippant for my liking, devaluing these characters. But I do like some of the little bits along the way. I think it's generally an interesting issue. It's just a very bad choice to open a series with this one. It should have been like Affinity Gauntlets Aftermath #1, not Affinity Guard #1. Adam Watson, he's like the only member of the Affinity Guard who even appears in this one. So, courtesy of Eternity, we get a retelling of Adam Watson's originy, how he was created on Earth by human scientists to be like the pinnacle of digivolution, and how he rebelled against his masters like these cosmic characters often do. And in Eternity, he's telling us all this stuff to make his point that Adam Watson is a flawed creation and he isn't fit to rule the universe. And I do like how Adam Watson is written at points, like the bits where he is delivering thinly veiled threats to the tribunal and the others. I just didn't like the more creators' pet elements. You'll see a huge one near the end. Here we're told about how Adam Watson became a really obvious Jesus Christ analogue, and he was crucified and came back from the dead. Just in case you were so dense you never got the clue that he was meant to be a blatant Christ analogue. Then we start to talk about Adam Moriarty, the evil version of Adam Watson, the original Jim Starman stories with Phineas. And how embarrassing is this? Thor forgot to put his trousers on. So then we have got a little bit all about how Adam Watson went back in time and caused a paradox, a time loop, where he kills himself. And good for him, really not worse than failing at suicide. And I like this bit here, this little standoff between Adam Watson and the tribunal. I think the tribunal, he's written well. It's just really Eternity. Eternity is written badly. Eternity, he wants the tribunal to rule in his favour and put him in charge of the affinity gauntlets. And I didn't like this. Eternity, he's just been written too much like a person. Like he has got a personality, like he has got a human nature. When Eternity is meant to be the embodiment of space and time. He's a concept, he's not a person. And this bit proper pisses us off. Eternity gets angry at Adam Watson, which he shouldn't do because he's not a person. And then Adam Watson just waves his hand and Eternity disappears, which shouldn't happen because it's making Eternity meaningless and powerless. What happens is, instead, the tribunal decides that the affinity gauntlet can never be used again, and that Adam Watson is now in charge of protecting and finding guardians for each of the separate affinity gems. And we end with Adam Watson flying off, no longer a god. And look, there's the excellent men. Hello, you dirty, stinky muties. I think it is a good idea and mostly a good issue, and my problems are easy to ignore, to instead just look at it favourably on account of the positives. But also, the beautiful board lady, Moon Garden, isn't in it, so I have to rate it very lowly. I'm sad to say it, but it's only getting 7 thumbs up.